Welcome to Christian Statesman. I'm your host, Zach Wagner, and in this episode we're going to talk about two views of America. We saw in the few moments of campaigning and debate this year two diametrically opposed views of America. From the left, championed by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, we were lectured on a broken, unjust, and pathetic America. Our country was divided by racism, they claimed, as well as great and immutable inequalities among working Americans. Trump and the right, they said, care only about their wealthy friends. America has always been historically unfair, so they say, and of course, they are here to fix things. I will not even go down the road of irony that a politician who has been in Washington since the 1970s would dare elucidate such claims. The irony and hypocrisy is too thick to even cut through. What has Biden been doing for the nearly half-century while he's in office, as our country has descended into such supposed catastrophic degeneration? On the other side, we have President Trump. His rhetoric paints a picture of an America that is a land of unparalleled achievement, a country that freed the world from fascism, put a man on the moon, and has championed every form of innovation that gives us the conveniences of modern life. He glows about the opportunities present in America and about our leadership in the world and the virtues of our free market system. America's best days, he promises, are still to come. So who is right and who is wrong? What is America really? Is it this hopelessly biased cauldron of prejudice, injustice, and inequality? Or is it the defender of an ongoing historical experiment in personal liberty? Is it both at the same time? Perhaps it is both, but with a far greater emphasis on one point of view over another. America is a country that has faults. Every nation, particularly one birthed in the manner America has been, will have issues. But America's worst issues are far better than their historical equivalents anywhere else in the world. None of our problems, at least to date, have been insurmountable. For instance, are there occurrences of racism in America? Absolutely. Just look at the history of the Jim Crow era as an example. But is America a racist country? That is quite the stretch, for at the same time blacks were being oppressed in one place, you had numerous Americans, both white and black, willing to put it all on the line to end such practices. Have there been economic equalities? Have there been economic inequalities? Naturally. But our worst economic strata still live better than almost 60% of the rest of the planet. Can we do better? There's always room for improvement. But is seeking improvement the moral equivalent of condemning a country for its sins? I say not. Americans are the most generous people in the world. We've extended more charity, more of our means, our time, our talents, our blood, and our treasure to assist others on this planet than any nation in history. Americans still have more of a chance of improving themselves than any other people in the world. And we have proven time and again that when we do prosper, we do not forget others or the hand of God in our doings. But perhaps where we lead the world, and it is no small moral equivalent, is in the opportunity for freedom of thought, freedom of opportunity, and freedom of religion. Opportunity and the ability to better oneself have never been easier in any nation in history than in America. Those who decry America as a racist, broken entity might easily be asked why so many others in the world would sacrifice anything to get here. Over 2/3 of the Earth's population would readily come through our borders if given a chance. We are simply that much more desirable than anywhere else. And best of all, this is the one place we can worship God according to the dictates of our own conscience. We can do so in any manner desired as long as we do not infringe on the natural rights of others. And no true form of worship would ever sustain such infringement anyway. The state cannot and dare not prohibit legitimate religious worship here, and that in and of itself is an unparalleled historical precedent. America is indeed a city set on a hill, a light to the world. The liberties our Constitution enables create a system unmatched in history for the blossoming of the individual under a protective umbrella of natural rights. Are there cracks in our system that invite abuse? Yes. But they do not seem to prosper for long, and movements will always rise eventually to quell true injustice. To describe America in the vernacular of the left and Joe Biden is a fool's errand. It is dishonest and damaging. We have no need to marshal resources to stamp out manufactured injustice. And it is painfully obvious to any principled observer such tactics are only perpetrated for power. America may not be perfect, but there has never been anything like her.